Hey, good evening, William, Nizzle, everyone else. Doc will be up any minute from Minnesota. For those of you who have joined, we're just waiting for Doc. I'm in the process right now I've raised my hand. I've got 3 questions that in my mind that I'm curious about. First one obviously would be Joel. So if I go first, I have to ask about that. A couple more would be some Sam Cassell stuff. And thirdly, I want to really ask about the installation of the offense and how that's coming along.
Hey, Matt, so Coach is going to kick us off here, and then we can start with questions. Thanks.
Can we win?
You got us, Matt?
I can't hear anybody.
Yep, we're ready.
Hey, guys, hope everybody's doing well. Just wanted to share some words about John Chaney. I didn't know him very well, but I've had conversations with him. And what stands out to me for all of us, for not only just being a black coach and his leadership, is that the word coach, he was such a great teacher. Every time you talk to him, every time you heard him talk, it wasn't just about basketball. It was about principle. It was about teaching. It was about learning. It's what a coach should be when you think about it. A coach in the dictionary is a teacher. I think John Chaney epitomized that as much as anyone.
We'll get started with questions. First question from Keith Pompey.
Hey, Doc, you beat me to it. I was going to ask you about John Chaney. But
I just loved him as a man, Keith. I loved how he carried himself. I love how he fought for his team, his players, but also just the institution, in a lot of ways, But he was so much more than a basketball coach. He really was a teacher and a teacher of life. And, we don't have a lot like that anymore. So, yeah, he'll be missed.
Okay, yeah, thanks. And now, this is a question I guess we ask you every third game. What's the status for Joel? I mean, do you expect him to play tonight?
Yeah, I'm assuming that. But, again, with all of us, with all of them, whether we let them go out, warm up and tell us, but yeah, I do.
Okay, did he participate in shoot around this morning?
Yeah, he was in shoot around. Everybody was in shoot around.
Okay, thank you, Doc.
Jason Blevins next.
Hey, Doc. A lot of disjointed roster availability. What percentage of your ultimate offense that you'd like to see this team run do you feel like you've been able to sort of show on the floor or execute?
Oh, geez, Jason, I have no idea. I don't know. I really don't. It's more right now teaching our guys how we want to play all the time. understanding that guys are going to be out. A way of play is far more than what we run. I do think we understand what we're trying to do. I don't think we're there at all yet, but I like how we're playing.
Thank you.
Rich Hoffman.
Hey, Doc, it's somewhat along the lines of what Jason asked there. I've noticed a few times, whether it's like a Joel post-up or, it's played for Tobias or something like that, there are a lot of times that you run the same play twice in a row. Is that something that you've always done, just like, you have to stop it, or is that changed a little bit with, okay, like that's something that we've actually stumbled on and we've done?
No, it's something that every team does. I always ask if you score the first time, should you go to another play, or should you keep running it until they stop it? I think most teams do it. I don't care if they do it don't, but we do it for sure. I've always done it. Had a lot of success with it. That doesn't mean we don't want more stuff in. But if I score running a play, I'm running it back. It's almost guaranteed. And we will tell the other team that we're running it too. We don't have a problem with that. We want them to know it. It's coming.
Noah Levick is next.
Hey, Doc. Last game using Ben, some as a small ball center. How do you think the team did during those minutes? And is that a look you're interested in developing moving forward?
It's a look that I like. I can say that. We've just had no practice time. And so we've done it 2 or 3 times without practice. I don't like that part of it, if you want me to be honest. But we did a couple of things with it the other night that I really liked. It would just be nice. I think we have a chance of having a practice in Charlotte. It's amazing when you're at the point where you're looking at your schedule, finding practice time. But that's where we're at right now, and I'm looking forward to working on.
We'll do these last 3. First up, Kai Carlin.
Hey, Coach. Just to kind of piggyback, I guess, off of Noah's last question, it just seems like Dwight has had a rough couple of games, and that's why I feel like that's why he put Ben at small ball 5. What are you seeing out of Dwight? It's just kind of like a rough patch for him.
Yeah, I'm not that concerned by it. He hasn't played great. That happens in life. It just does, and he'll get through it. He's been around long enough. I thought the Lakers just didn't win small for a second on him, which affects him. Detroit did the same thing. So, you can either stay big, which I do often, or sometimes you can have an adjustment. Our problem, obviously, is, with Mike Scott out, we don't have a lot of adjustments we can go to right now. And that has absolutely limited us for sure.
Cool. Thank you, Coach.
We'll go to Jackson Frank.
Hey, Doc. Early in the year, I think after the first game, you talked about how it might take some time for Danny to really find his footing, since he had such a long season and a short layoff. Curious what you've kind of seen of his progress over the last 4 or 5 weeks and how he's handled some of the tougher defensive assignments that you've given him this year.
Yeah, I think he's been good. I think offensively he knows the way we want to play. I think he's so smart as a player. He finds his way. I think defensively he's been hit or miss for us, but overall good, understanding our scheme. So he's such a pro. He's him and like Dwight. I'm really not concerned when they, obviously you want them to play well, but when they don't, I'm not going to go and, worry about it or anything. They know how to play and they'll keep doing what they do.
Finishing up with Austin. Go ahead, Austin.
Hey, Doc. So this is going to be, your 20th team of the year, and obviously there's been some hiccups along the way with players being available and not. But do you feel like, you and your staff have identified a position of maybe needing to add as free agency, with buyout markets coming and trade deadline coming?
Yeah, but I don't ever talk about that. I just don't think that's good form, as a coach. So we definitely can improve for sure. But I don't talk about that much.
Great. Thank you, Coach.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, there you have it. Let me just hop out of here.
Thanks, everyone.
So there are your takeaways from today. That's Doc. I'm going to jump off here. We'll be back, I think, about a little less than an hour, we're going to have pregame. I think I'll be on pregame and might be part of the watch party. So I'm just shutting down my transcriber. Appreciate everyone that jumped on, and we'll see you. Turn your notifications on, subscribe, tell your friends. We'll be back for pregame at 7:30 Eastern. So appreciate everyone.